Alright guys, I got all this firewall ready. That was just sanded down with 400 grit. So now I'm going to go ahead and try to finish it off with 2000 grit, a little bit of water. And then we'll have all these holes welded, patched, primed, painted, and ready to go. And then we'll start getting through a little bit of this wiring, clean this all up, and I'll show you what everything looks like. Hang tight a minute. Tell you what, that looks amazing. That has come so far, simply just for something as small as a firewall. So I'm going to go ahead and get under here and get the rest of this brush cleaned, a little bit of light sanding, get in and around the booster and the wiring. We'll get all this masked off and get this firewall painted green. And we'll get the rest of this cleaned up, and I'll show everybody what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. The only thing we didn't patch was the windshield wiper motor. To be honest with you, my wife made a good suggestion that when we plan on taking this thing to the power tour or Rocky Mountain Race Week or anything else of that nature where we're going to be driving the car quite a bit, we should probably have windshield wipers in case it rains. So we're going to go ahead and put that motor back on, or a new motor rather, and put windshield wipers back in, along with headlights, taillights, turn signals. I really wasn't planning on putting those all back in there, but again, she made a pretty good point, so that's what we're going to do. But anyway, I'm getting ready to get started on the front end. Still sitting here on the cherry picker, hasn't moved since the video where I pressure washed it. But we do have all the parts sitting over here on Homer's trunk. Got all the new bushings. Here's some more bushings and link kits. Upper and lower tie rod ends. I mean, my gosh, everything here. Of course, we got the paint. We always use this Duplicolor semi-gloss DE 1635, and that's what we used up here. Just really like that cover. It's a semi-gloss, not real shiny, but it's not real flat either. Of course, we use Monroe shocks, Monroe parts. See the big Monroe sign over there on the wall, which you've probably seen in some of the other videos. But we've got everything here ready to go. So we'll get that done, get that put in. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to my channel. As I stated earlier in the previous video, I told you I would take everybody for a tour of the cars that we have here at the shop. I've received a few comments and messages, people interested in what we have here. So like I said earlier, I'll go ahead and do a tour of the cars that we keep mainly in the shop. But if this video can get 500 subs, I will go ahead and take everybody to show them the cars we have in the barn and up at the main house as well. But for now, let's go ahead and go through what we have out here at the shop, and then I'll go ahead and get these put away for winter storage. All right, here's the Woody wagon that a lot of people have seen in my videos. 1977 Dodge Aspen Woody wagon. I bought this car 4 or 5 years ago up in West Virginia off a buddy of ours who had it for sale. And we brought it home, got it running, got it cleaned up, did all the wood vinyl trim over because it was peeling and wasting away. Actually a pretty fun car. Here's the interior. Old set of Samsonite luggage bags and suitcases we keep back here just for the shows. Got a little wooden tough wheel. There's our little Woody doll. This one here actually has 64,886 original miles. 318 column shift, power brake, air conditioning, power steering, blah blah blah, all the good stuff. And then here's just my old beater truck. Used to be my daily driver. This is a 2001 Dodge Dakota SLT quad cab. I think we're actually going to take this truck, lift it, and make a mud running truck out of it for our local fairs and competitions around here. Rust and weight reduction is really starting to take the truck over. But it's just a good old beater to have around the farm. I think this truck has right around 180,000 miles on it. A lot of you probably don't want to see it, but I'll show it because it's sitting out here. And then y'all seen this on a video the other day, but I'll go ahead and show those who may have not seen it. This is my 1984 Chevrolet El Camino Super Sport. I actually went to North Carolina to visit my son and seen this for sale while I was there. And like I said in the video before, there wasn't a chance I wasn't bringing this home. So I snagged up on a U-Haul trailer, brought it back here to Kentucky. One of the finest examples of an El Camino I've seen. I mean, just being completely honest. 305, power everything, column shift, air conditioning, power brake, power steering. And this one actually has 86,545 original miles. All right, for those of you who have known me for a while, this one's my baby. This is my 1978 Dodge Aspen RT 4-speed T-top. This one here I wouldn't take any amount of money for. We've had this one 7 or 8 years now. Bought this car up in Fort Wayne, Indiana off a gentleman. It was actually a pretty, excuse my language, crappy story behind the car. Gentleman lost his job. He bought the car new in high school. And the wife was like one of those deals, well, it's me or the car. And reluctantly we bought the car. We didn't find out the story until after I had done paid for it, and at that point I didn't want it because I thought it was just pretty awful to put somebody in that position when he had the car years and years before he met you. But I mean, just like it was when it was built. But when we bought the car, on the way home I noticed it had some rust right in the corner here at the fender flare, where a lot of them start getting it. Excuse the mud on the tires, just bringing that out of the shop to the yard. But so we had the car completely redone, repainted. When I striped the car, the only thing available were 76 stripes. The 78 stripes are now available, and I do have a set, but to be honest, I'm not in a hurry to pull these off. I actually like the way they look. This car, let me see how many miles. It's not very many. 40-some thousand original miles. No, it's actually more than that. 58. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. 45,854 original miles. And the next one I have is my 91 Dodge Ram D150. I actually bought this car, or excuse me, this truck up in Cincinnati, Ohio. A friend of mine had noticed it on Marketplace for sale. And I instantly messaged the guy and said, we'll be there in the morning to get it. Because I truthfully didn't think it would last. And I mean, while we were there buying the truck, I mean, the guy's phone just rang off the hook. Just a beautiful, beautiful truck. We have since redone the upholstery. And this one has 89,870 miles. Column shift, automatic, 318. Again, power steering, power brake, AC. AC is actually super cold. It blows colder than our newer cars. But beautiful truck. I'd love to find a factory correct set of wheels. I haven't really looked too hard. I'm sure they're out there. And I picked up the hood ornament up at Mopar Nats this year. But straight old truck, no rust. I mean, at all. All right, and then we have my 76 Corvette. This car actually sat up at the next town north of us, Maysville. Sat for 26 years in a gentleman's garage. And a buddy of mine asked me if I'd be interested in buying a Vet, and I was like, sure, what do you got, blah, blah, blah. And we went and looked at it, and obviously I bought it. But standard 350. The interior's like brand new. I love the blue on blue. And this one has 39,658 original miles. We, of course, after it sat all them years, we had to bring it home, redo all the brakes, fuel lines. I mean, everything had to be completely redone. All the pistons on the brakes, pistons and the calipers were just frozen shut. But we've since got it running and driving, and I've taken it out a few times. Love the original wheels on the car still. But yeah, couldn't beat it. And then here's my 1985 Dodge Daytona non-turbo. Bought this up in northern Michigan. I can't think of the town right off the top of my head. But this is a one owner school teacher had bought this new. And just drove to school to teach every day. And I think he was 84, 85 years old. And took it out one day. And he tagged the corner right there on the fender on one of them Ballard posts at the store. And decided he wasn't going to drive anymore. So the neighbor had actually bought it and then turned around and flipped it to me. This car has 71,988 original miles. Interior's like, like brand new still. I mean, still has the original bra. If you guys, older guys, remember that when you could buy them and put the bra in the front of the car. Still has an original unopened bra in the back. That they sold him, I guess, at the dealership, or it may even come with the car. I'm not even sure. But yeah, that was an awesome find there. And then we have my 1978 Plymouth Volare Richard Petty kit car. Again, is another one of my babies. I wouldn't take any amount of money for it. Actually purchased this car up in Iowa off of a lot of our friends who may be watching this right now. A friend of a lot of ours who had passed away. And I actually purchased this car and the little matching kit car in my shop from the family and brought it here to be the caretaker. This car literally just turned 20,000 original miles, and we was able to do that up in Michigan at a friend's place. Did it in front of a lot of the friends of ours, which was pretty cool. Turned 20,000 miles in front of everybody. It's a 360 car, 4-barrel. Just as of his day as it made. I've never changed a thing on it, nor do I plan to. But again, got the little Craig FM radio edition there. CB. I believe, I mean, I got some guys on here going to know the answer to this instantly, but I believe there was 247 of these made. But absolutely beautiful car, super fun to drive. These are not the original wheels, obviously. Those are sitting down in the shop. I pulled those off because, to be honest with you, I did not want to pull the original date-coated 20,000 mile original mile bi-sply tires off the wheels. So I left those down there, put away for this car. If something ever happens to me and it's sold, those will be sold with the car. So I bought these US wheel slotted mags put on there. I think they look pretty cool. And then here's the Hummer you've seen on a video, I guess a couple weeks back. 2006 Hummer H3, the Hummer, which has been come to known as, because I didn't notice it when I made the video because of the sticker on the other side. looks like it says Hummer, but just the way the decals came off. We actually worked on this today, changed all the fluids, completely went through this truck and redid everything, and took it for its first drive in Lord knows how many years. But we had an absolute ball with it out running around. So now this one has a ton of miles on it, believe it or not, for as new as it looks. I might have to look in there. It's 99,000, almost 100,000 miles, but very cool. And then this is my personal everyday truck. Now I want to give all the credit to Dodge for this truck, and I'm going to tell you why. This is a 2-wheel drive, 6-cylinder, base Ram 1500. Nothing special. 6-cylinder, 2-wheel drive. And this truck has 150-some thousand miles. And it has hauled every one of these vehicles back on a trailer from all over God's creation. And never missed a lick. Brought that one from West Virginia, that one from Michigan, this one from Iowa, this one's just on the road, but that truck from Cincinnati, the El Camino from North Carolina, the wagon from West Virginia, the RT from Indiana. I mean, it has brought these and many of the other cars that you have yet to see yet, which you will once we hit 500 subs off this video. But I'm going to give all the credit to Dodge. I mean, because that is unreal. As far as I'm concerned, a 6-cylinder, half-ton, 2-wheel drive. Hauling these things from all over God's creation. And never had a lick of problem out of it, knock on wood. Hell, the motor will blow tomorrow now that I've said that. But, anyway, yeah, like I was saying, these are the ones that we keep stored here in the shop. I'll run down here and show you this kit car that came with that 43 Richard Petty Plymouth Volare. Excuse the shop, we're getting everything cleaned up for winter. But here's the mule. We're currently trying to get that running. So hopefully the next video we'll have this bebopping out there on the back ridge, running it through the pond or the lake. Here's a little Volare matching kit car go-kart with trailer that actually hooks to that car. I have yet to ever take this off here, and I have no plans to. I know a lot of people get out and just run all over the roads with it, but I'm worried something will happen to it, so I'm just going to leave it there. And the shop looks bare. Alright, run you over here and show you Homer real quick. Not sure if I said it in that last video, but we have all the suspension parts here for Homer. Shocks, inlink kits, control arms, I mean, you name it, upper, lower, ball joints, tie rod ends, blah, blah, blah. There it is sitting right there. We're going to start on that tomorrow. But spent about a week getting all of this done. Of cleaned up. We're going through the wiring actually as we speak. I stopped to make that video as I promised. Man of my word. Told you I'd show you the cars. That's what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna get my granddaughter, who's out there playing on their trampoline right now. We're gonna get all this swept and cleaned, mopped up, and then we're gonna get all of these cars put back down here. Get all the batteries disconnected and put on, or we might put them on trickle chargers like we did last year, but get them all put away, get them under their covers, cleaned up, get the mice deterrent or mouse deterrents put in them, keep mice from gnawing on the wires. But that's it, guys. Hey, look, if you're still hanging in here, I just want to let you know I appreciate each and every one of you that have come in with me when we do these videos once a week, or every 4 or 5 days rather. But hang tight, we got a lot of fun stuff coming on. I mean, talked to the engine builder for Homer. That should be done here in about 2 weeks. I think the only thing we're waiting on is a set of cam bearings. But that is going to be super fun. That's going to be a bunch of videos coming out on that. But that's it. Hey, look, thanks for watching.